Hey YouTube, how's it going? Mevlin back here again with another Epic 7 video, and this one's all about Kise. It's been a couple weeks since we got Kise's EE, and TLDR, she is definitely worth the build. She's not on the same levels as someone like Landy or Spectre Tenebria, but she's pretty close. She has more than just damage though, she does have a lot of utility. She's sort of like a Flurry turn 1 in that you force your opponent to S1 for 2 turns, so it's kind of like Flurry's Provoke. And then she turns into an assassin Coley, slowly one-shotting things while stealth with a little bit of barrier. You can even S2 for like AoE as well. So first stats, just go pure damage, a little bit of speed. I'm gonna piss someone off by saying this, but you probably don't want your best gear on your Kise. Because for one, there's way better heroes out there. Someone like a Landy probably deserves your best gear. And two, she works enough with these stats. IMO. Also, I just wanted you to know that even if you feel like you can't build a good Kise, you probably can. I mean, it's not gonna be legend level, but that's okay. She's not super stat hungry. She just needs a little bit of damage, a little bit of speed, and you know, she works. For her artifact, it's 100% going to be Symbol of Unity. For a couple of reasons. One, it provides a little bit of damage boost, which is what you need. You want to be able to one-shot things, and there are times where I'm glad that I have this artifact on her, or else I would have killed something. And two, it provides a lot of utility actually. That 20% hit chance, being able to hit T Surin and RB is huge. It's huge. And also at the same time, it also allows you to hit green a lot more. In RTA, obviously you don't want to bring Kise into green, right? But in RTA, you can't really control who you're fighting. And sometimes you have to let that Alencia through, and your only win condition is to S3 the Alencia and increase her cooldowns. And this will help you a lot. From going from 50-50, it goes to 70-30. And I've won so many fights where I had to S3 the Alencia, and the only reason I won, I want to pretend, is because I put Symbol of Unity. If you don't have Symbol of Unity, or you have it on someone else, or you feel like you don't have that much damage, I'd suggest Elia's Knife. It has a hard requirement in that, you know, it only activates when the opponent isn't at max health, but most of the time they shouldn't be. And you should be able to one-shot almost any tanks with Elia's Knife. It does way more damage than Symbol of Unity, but you know, there's that condition where, you know, it has to be lower health. Another one you could go for is Portrait, but I think Elias is just generally better. They have different conditions. If you have a really fast Kise, maybe Portrait would be better. But if you want to one-shot tanks, you gotta go Elias. I feel like the other artifacts aren't even worth talking about. They're a bit of a meme, especially like Wind Rider. I feel like that's a double win in that, you know, it requires you to win even more, and I don't think it's that worth. I'd rather have a turn 1 damage artifact than go Wind Rider. And something like RNL is also a bit too much RNG, and Wind Rider, I think it's just either going to be a Symbol of Unity 100% if you can afford it, and otherwise just go Elias. For her exclusive equipment, it's going to be her S3 with as much speed as you can. Being able to strip with the S3 is actually kind of broken, and it's not currently craftable, but you know, try to get as much speed as you can. The other ones aren't even worth talking about, so I'm not gonna bother. So before we talk RTA, I just want to quickly mention pretty cool interaction between how Kayron S2 work with Kise's S3. It's basically a win-win for Kise here. For this one, I brought Angelica plus Tcrozet plus Kise into a Cerise RB plus a Kayron team. Kise takes a turn, so what happens is you deal damage, and then you proc Kayron's S2, and then you strip, and then you increase cooldown. It basically wrecks Kayron. If you can one-shot Kayron with an S3, which you should if you have decent gear, Kayron's just gonna die, because then now I could lap with Kise here by pushing her up with my Tcrozet, and I get S2 and kill everything except the you know, the invincible Cerise. But poor Kayron, man, so many counters now. Just added Kise in the list. For this one, we are just gonna showcase what Kise's job is in the fight, in that she is a turn 1 disruptor with her reset, and then she goes in self, and then she's DPS from there. The fight's against Dam. I pre-banned Barsaria, he pre-bans Water Tenny, both of which are just basically Basara, and since I have first pick, I'm just gonna grab Basara since it's the only Basara left. And you gotta drop a Basar. You gotta drop a Basar. Opponent drafts LRK and Jeeper. Jeeper, pretty good counter into Bazaar. LRK, not so much, and it seems weird at here first, but there's a reason why, and I'll show you later. Jeeper, on the other hand, probably the safest answer into Bazaar. Pretty good answer into Bazaar, I think, and plus Jeeper is just absolutely broken right now. That you just need to grab him. You just want to grab him. I answer with Landy. Landy, not too good into Jeeper, but at the same time, it's not too bad either. Landy's really good into LRK though. But the thing about the interaction between Landy and Jeeper, they just cancel each other out. Don't feel bad bringing Landy into Jeeper, but at the same time, don't feel bad bringing Jeeper into Landy. They're both just broken, and don't hesitate grabbing one just because the other one is on the other side ammo. I also grabbed FCC. My entire draft here, the first 3 picks revolve around Protect Landy. I grabbed the Bazaar, so he can't have Bazaar, you can't Bazaar my Landy, and I grabbed FCC because that's going to be protecting my Landy. So Damdam is going to answer with double fire since, you know, I have double green here. He grabs Yufine and Ravi. Yufine, pretty good, right? Because it's a hard counter into Bazaar at the same time. My Landy's Guiding Light, that constant AoE can potentially pop me out of stealth. And Ravi, on the other hand, Ravi's just Ravi. Like, there's not much to say, right? It's either she pops off and wins the game, or she does nothing. The thing about landing to Ravi 2 is, I'd say it's not the worst. It's definitely not good. You don't want to bring landing to Ravi, but it's not the worst because one, if you have Guiding Light, she has no reach for you aside from her S3, and 2, your S3 can't be countered, so there's no way for her to counter when you do your AoE. But I said, just don't bring it. I've been sold by Ravi a lot. And that's the reason why I actually built Kise, because I want to one-shot Ravi. So the moment I see Ravi, I instantly pick Kise. So I'm gonna try to one-shot this thing. And I also grab my Alphalt. My Alphalt here is just a support unit. She's not actually on a crit damage build. She's just on a high effectiveness, high bulk, high speed build. This is my personal choice for Alpha. I do like this Alpha a lot because she cycles pretty hard. I'll probably create an Alpha video later to show you what I mean. But my Damdam answers with the Dilbert. Probably not that strong of an answer here because your last pick should be a must ban, and I don't really see myself banning this, to be honest, because I could just play around the mechanics of what Dilbert does and, you know, don't debuff too much. I'm more scared of the Jeeperg. That's so funny. He has all these heroes, and the thing I'm looking to ban, which I'll be banning that Jeeper again, problem solved. And Damdam also bans my FCC, which means I'm fairly squishy, but I should have enough damage to power through his units before he can take, you know, kill me or take a turn. And that's gonna be my plan, and we are going straight to the fight. So this fight starts off, and I take turn 1 with my Bazaar. You know, it's the only speed contester. I was gonna get turn 1 here no matter what. I'm gonna S3 Bazaar, no Soulburn. I actually want some resists because of Dilbert. I don't want too many buffs. I just want the knockback, basically. If I could knock all of them back and everything, like the unbuffable gets resist, that would be ideal. I'm gonna S3 Yufine here. Yufine's not max health here, by the way. She got damaged by Bazaar, so there's no way for her to dodge. So we S3 the Yufine and pray that we land the sleep, because I just want her to sleep right now. This is when I was running Song of Stars. I don't think it's that good. They're just better artifacts, but I want to test Song of Stars out, and it actually is detrimental here because there's too many debuffs, right? I don't want to S2 the Yufine because I don't want to spread the Death Break. Because if I spread the Death Break, there'd be too many debuffs, and this Dilbert would have taken a turn. So I let her stay asleep, and I'm gonna S3 Dilbert. That way she gets her cooldown reset, which means both my stealth units here are totally safe since she only has single targets. Her S3 is not available, which means she can't hit any of my stealth units and take them out of stealth. On Landy here, I'm gonna Soulburn S3 because, you know, I have some souls, and I have enough souls for Kise if I opt to Soulburn S1 the Kise. So I'm just gonna S3 on my Landy Soulburn, and I have a couple options here. I could hit Ravi and risk it, get more CR push, but that's kind of dumb. I could S1 the LRK and then S2 on Kise for AoE damage for cleave, but I up to S1 Dilbert here because I want to one-shot Ravi with my Soulburn S1 on my Kise. I saw that 20k in that Ravi, and I was kind of scared. That was like 20k 200. And that's a lot of health, man. I wasn't sure if my Kise was strong enough to kill like Ravi's like this. Yeah, my Kise has Soulburn S1. I definitely will be Soulburning the Ravi. And check this damage out. It's pretty close. I was only 300 damage more. I really need imprints on my Kise. Especially because I use her a lot. I want to one-shot Ravi. It's so satisfying. I just want to one-shot Ravi all day. That's the best part of Epic 7 IMO. Since we were talking about Fire Ravi earlier and how she can pop off, this is just going to be a short intermission game where, well, I'm obviously going to lose because, you know, I'm telling you that Fire Ravi is going to pop off. I brought Kise here for a couple reasons. Kise into Fire Ravi, and I could reset one of the golden boys. I'm not explaining the draft since there's going to be a similar draft later on with Vinny as well, the same person. And I'm going to explain it there. So I didn't have to, I'm not explaining it here. For this one, I reset the Taiwan because I don't have immunity. I'm an S3 on my FCC because I wasn't sure how much damage the LRK was going to do, and I kind of needed to stay stealthed. That's kind of what my draft is about. I got to keep both my Kise and my Landy stealth. And here, he already countered. I'm already trying to count how many fighting spirit she had. I still have to S3 though. I didn't have a choice. I couldn't account for the counter. Like, I had to S3 for attack buff. He's got 3 knights. Maybe I didn't have to. I don't know. I feel like I had to. Maybe not. I'm not sure. But now I'm counting the ticks and I see 7. I'm already dead inside. The fact that she's gonna S3 here on a turn 1 AoE stun me to death. Oh, it's so toxic, man. It's hard to account for this, but at the same time, like, it's hard to like not whine about it. You know, it's like I had a good team. I was excited to pop off here, but you know, he just counters twice and then yeah, I started Ravi. You gotta play the probability game, and sometimes like it's just not in your favor. Yeah, you can cry for like a couple minutes, but you know, after a while you move on with your life. God, I hate you. This is why nobody loves you, Vinny. I'm just kidding, man. Alright, on to the next fight. So for this fight, I just really want to showcase how I think Kise is pretty good into Golden Boys. Her reset, plus the fact that she goes in stealth, gives herself a shield. Couple reasons why I think she's pretty good into Golden Boys. That's why I tried in the previous clip with Vinny. It's the same person I'm fighting right now, just, you know, a little bit different in the draft. But like I said, it's Vinny. We both pre-banned Water Tenny. He gets first pick here, grabs LRK. I grab Basar Landy. Both really good answers into the LRK. Goes in and grabs A-Towin and Crow. Not sure about the blue Crow, but Vinny just has probably really good gear in that blue Crow. Like, he just wants to spam this team probably to test it out, and you know, I mean, it's early in the season, right? Might as well test out your teams. I'm gonna go ahead and answer with FCC and Jeepberg. It's actually a pretty bad draft now I look at it in hindsight. Like, looking at my draft, I have like 3 supports and 1.5 DPS. Like, I only have 1 threat, and that's my Landy, and Jeepberg's like half a threat, right? It counts as half a threat, but that's not enough mostly. Most of the time you want to keep your last pick open. Like, in my head, I want to draft Kise here. That's my only answer to like his entire team. I need Kise, but the fact that I'm forced to pick a DPS on my last spot because I didn't pick enough DPS to begin with means that he could mess me up here with this with the last 2 picks he has. Fortunately, he went Hufine and Alencia, which made my Kise pretty safe. Kise is pretty good here, fortunately. If I had to draft like another support, like say like I had to, he goes RB or something, and I have to draft an RB counter that's not a DPS, I could have been in trouble here. Just want to mention that my draft wasn't really good here. I think I could have done better. I end up banning the Alencia, and he goes ahead and bans the FCC, and we go straight to the fight. So, I'm going to take turn 1 here with Basar. There's a Ufine that's going to stop me from getting the CR push that I need, but I should be able to still lap him as long as I knock back. I actually don't have book here. Wait a minute, what the hell happened? I just realized I don't have book here. I kind of need book. But whatever, we has 3, move on. It's not Crystal, Snow Crystal, so she didn't get a CR push, but she's going to bring her team back. I'm still a lot faster, fortunately, plus I have Jeepberg. That's why I don't think the FCC was a good ban. Like, the Jeepberg will just stop you from, you know, cutting back no matter what your speed was, I feel like. But Kise takes a turn here, since the biggest threat here I think is A-Towin, because I don't have any immunity. Sometimes I do reset the LRK in a situation if I have immunity, but this one I don't have immunity, so I am kind of forced to you know, stop the A-Towin from letting me, like, stunning me to death. I'm gonna S3 on my Jeepberg. Stuns both Hufine and A-Towin, which means I wish I kind of reset the LRK as well. I wish I could speed to my Jeepberg, but you know, it's It's really hard to make him faster at this point. The blue Crow is going to take a turn, but I'm double stealth on both my DPS. He also has to my Bazaar, ends up hitting it, knocking it back, giving his entire team defense buff. He's going to S3 on the LRK. I think this pops my stealth, right? I have no mitigation here. Yeah, it does pop my stealth. So, good thing these two were stunned. Now my Kise taking a turn. Where's my book, man? I don't know where my book went here. I guess I forgot to unequip or something. G-Perk takes a turn. S1's Brook. I need to kill the Brook Rob before he takes a turn, and I'm pretty sure once Lanny takes a turn here, she's gonna have enough fighting spirit to reset her S3. Now I'm in S3 here. Even though I guess it wasn't really a Kise debut, it was more of G-Perk stunning the A-Talon. But on paper, it should work, right? And you reset someone, especially if I have CC here, I could have protection, keep myself stealthed. Yeah, I think it seems pretty good. I'm gonna slow burn S1. I'm not supposed to burn S1 the Euphenia here since just to be safe. Like both I think the Talon is still reset, and the LK, you know, already S3'd. I know it's Albris, so I'm gonna go ahead and try to kill this because I'm not worried about it reviving, since we saw a couple of Albris procs and we just went from there. GG, Vinny. Alright, last fight, it's gonna be showcasing Tcrozet plus Kise. I'm gonna start off by saying that Tcrozet is absolutely busted. 40% Aureus with a Night artifact. Oof, you're gonna make, if you want to make any cleaver cry, go build your Tcrozet, man. It's gonna make your day, trust me. The fight's gonna be against Ravi. I pre-ban SNE, pre-bans FCC. He goes ahead and first picks G-Perg. I should be punished here. I went ahead and went Bazaar Alpha like an idiot. If you see a G-Perg first pick with an FCC pre-ban, that's a gateway for cleave, and I did not prep for that. I went Bazaar Alpha. I was trying about Bazaar Alpha into a G-Perg bruiser style against like bruiser G-Perg first pickers. It's not very good, but I was trying it out here. But I should be punished though. If you see this, be careful. You might get cleaved by G-Perg. That's a thing. Kind of dumb, but that is a thing. Just be careful. But good thing I did get punished here because he went Ravi plus ML Haste. Kind of confused what the ML Haste is here for. Maybe it's potion vial, but that's probably not enough because I have Bazaar plus Alpha. And you know, Ravi's just Ravi. Just pick Ravi sometimes if you don't know what. Like it's like a counter. It's a degen RB, right? Like you just pick it. You just wanna play RNG, and that's okay. I'm gonna pick LQC though because he has a dark in it. I just love picking LQC every time I see dark. LQC also pretty good into Fire Ravi. Also good in G-Perg as well. Yeah, LQC is good in general. And also grab Tcrozet here. Now again, bad draft, right? Only 1 DPS. This is a big no-no. I'm not proud of this one. Honestly, this was a pretty bad draft in my part. But Raji answers with Crow plus Dilbert, so that's kind of telling that he might be banning LQC. So if I go something like Kise, I just ban Dilbert because he's banning LQC, right? He's got double dark. I could just one-shot that Dilbert, or even the Amla Haste with LQC. LQC's that strong, so I'm gonna ban the Dilbert, and he goes ahead and bans the LQC, and we move to the. So fight starts off, and we are obviously taking turn 1, right? With our Bazaar. Yep, Bazaar takes a turn. I fortunately remember to bring my book here. I'm gonna slow burn on Bazaar, because why not? There's not really that many other heroes in my team that I want to slow burn. Especially since there's a G-Perg in their team, I'd rather guarantee the knockback on 3 of the heroes and 50% on Ravi. So I guess it was Idle Shear, Emil Haste as well. Not sure if that's worth the hero slot, especially because you just brought Ravi, and what's she gonna do? S1 someone? Not really worth IMO, to be honest. I think I got a better hero in that slot. So here, I think I made a huge mistake. I S2'd the Ravi because I knew the Emil Haste was Idle Shear, and I didn't want to hit the Crow. I didn't want to hit the G-Perg, and I didn't want to hit the Emil Haste, but Ravi gets a CR push on herself too. So no matter what I did, except if I hit the Crow, which was 50% chance to miss, I was going to push the Ravi. And the fact that I hit the Ravi means she counters here. Yeah, I should have countered for that. Counter cleanse, and now she's no longer death broken. Could have one-shot the Ravi here. I made a huge mistake. I should have hit the Haste. I know it's an Idle Shear, but she was going to get a CR push anyways, right? It was definitely Emil Haste was a hit there. But I'm gonna go ahead and S3 the MO haste because I don't want him to be killing and healing someone on the entire team. G-Perk takes a turn. He's gonna S3. The stun doesn't matter here because even if it stuns my Kise, there's no way he's stunning my Tcrozet because my Tcrozet actually has a lot of ER. And even if he stuns my Kise, I will just cleanse her and everything's good, right? So this is a combo, right? Kise just took a turn, and now I see her push Kise back again, and she takes another turn. Here, I think I was checking my damage. I wanted to see if I have enough damage for the Kises. There's a blue crow. It should have been blue crow first. If this Ravi was a little bit stronger, a little bit tankier, I shouldn't have killed it. Yeah, that was a misplay. It should have been blue crow first. But fortunately, we had enough damage, and we take the win. And that opponent concedes, and that's it. GG, boys. Alright, final clip, just short one. Again, this one is a no draft explanation. Not really much to talk about this one. I just want to show this clip. But this one, Alpha takes the first turn. He's got a couple options here. He's definitely not hitting G-Perg. He could opt to hit the Kise. But yeah, this is probably the right play. Just gonna S3 on my LQC, sleep her, and put some defense breaks. He's got a couple options. He could S1 my Kise, or he could S2 for attack buff. He could S1 to save the S2 in the lap round. This is actually sometimes I do. He gets a dual attack, which really sucks. It hurts so much. But he S1, he didn't S2 there because he wants to save it on the lap around. He's gonna S2 my LQC and wait for my immunity to go away. So once my immunity goes away, Alpha's gonna take a turn, S2 LQC, and spread the death break. But I feel like he could have S2'd there either, like as well, because he would have gotten attack buff. The fact that he S1 and he actually dual attack really sucks. He opts to S3 with FCC here, I think for the damage. Now he wants to kill my my Kise. S3 does more damage than S1, and fortunately we survived. It didn't crit, thank God. I got only one choice here. I need to reset the that A tower, right? Yeah, I really need to reset that A tower. One of them actually got resisted. I would have been so mad if both of them got resisted there. We want to reset that so he doesn't have AoE. So now I'm gonna S3 on Landy. Give my team a sweet CR push. Since he S3 none of CC, he woke up my LQC. I'm able to S3 here once. Pretty fortunate. Since I'm gonna die because you know it's death broken and the S10 is gonna take a turn, might as well S3 get some splash damage out. That's pretty good splash damage. We reset the time for one turn, so he's only able to S1. Probably going to S1 LQC here, and then yeah, and then you kill from the S10 and knock me back. Really sucks. I'm still mad at that duel, but good thing I survived. I'm so glad I survived. S3, it's gonna kill me here because I'm death broken. Yeah, 70k, 100% kill. But this is what I showcase. I was actually surprised how much damage is still. I have attack buff. I know. I'm like the health doesn't matter, right? But that's so much damage, dude. I was actually surprised I cleaned there with Kise. That was just me desperate, right? Like I had no choice. I had to S2. There was no other option, and I didn't think I was gonna do that much damage. But even my opponent is equally surprised as I am. That kills the entire team, but hey, we take the win. We take those boys. Hopefully after this video you guys are inspired to build Kise's because she definitely deserves all the love, dude. She's so fun to play, high damage, and like very flashy, and at the same time very useful. Anyways, if you guys want to support the content, I'd really appreciate it if you hit the sub button. That way I could get to 1,000 subs and I could start monetizing this. And also you might want to hit that like button and write a comment. That way we could beat the algorithm. If you guys want to check me out on Twitch, links are also in the description below. And if you guys want to join my Discord, that's also below. That we get notifications when I go live. Or if you guys just want to hang out, have some questions, that's a good spot too. But anyways, peace out. I'm gonna see you guys next time. I'm probably gonna be making a Tcrozet video because that here is bonkers and I want to make all the Cleavers cry. Alright, peace out boys. See you later.